Welcome back to the shop. Hey, had a little something on my mind. I wanted to just talk to y'all a little bit. Had a fella in here, he said, good Lord, what all you got to have to work on my carburetor? I kept pulling this screwdriver out, that screwdriver, get a little kit out. Next thing I know, I said, let's look. Let's drag it out, see what we take these days, tinker on a little carburetor. And I don't have all of it. Got what I need. We're going to run over it real quick. I hope I make it quick. Everybody's got a little bit of spray, whether it be a little WD-40, a little carburetor cleaner, a little bit of brake cleaner. Either one suits the devil out of me. These are good for flushing out those passageways. Next, ultrasonic cleaner. I stayed away from it for a long time. I've been snake bit. This thing works. It does the job. I do like to put a little cleaner in a little old goober box, peanut can, whatever you want to call it. Put my solution inside it. Put my parts in here. Set it down inside this with the water heated. Go to your paint store. This is a nice little secret to have. That's a painter's sock. I put my small parts down inside this. Put it inside that jar. Usually just set it up top. That way all my little tiny parts, I ain't got to dig for them. I ain't got to find them. They in this. That's great. Moving on. Used to work on cube carburetors. That's all I needed. Had 4 little old specialty screwdrivers and this little tiny screwdriver. Was able to adjust and work on whatever little cube carburetor I wanted to. Now I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 other ones. I think there's some duplicates counting these. And that's been a nice little kit. Saved me a ton of time. Things are changing. They don't want us getting in them carburetors. Well, they don't want the average Joe getting in the carburetor. You got to have those. Next thing, I got a nice little set of picks. I got some more over there, but these were the best looking ones. They were pretty and red, and I wanted y'all to see them. These are great for pulling little O-rings out and things of that nature. Got those over here. We got to have a good screwdriver. Those Jets, they're brass. You try to stick a regular screwdriver in there that's got a angled head to it, and you're going to mess up the threads in there. What I found are these screwdrivers with the interchangeable bits. Now they make a special screwdriver with a Briggs & Stratton part number on it, but this right here has a nice flat edge to it and works perfect. It bites. I keep 2 different sizes, a small one. This one works real good on some of those Honda engines, and this works on real good on the larger carburetors. Now, we got to set those carburetors. For years, I used me a little old straight edge, because most of what I found on those cube carburetors, when I got ready to set that needle, it needed to be flat, and I used this. Times they did change. This has been quite a while. I had to get me a W for a Walboro, and it's got the different carburetor numbers on the side to tell you which one to use. And I had to get me a Z. They've come in handy a time or two, but 9 times out of 10, I still go back to this good old straight edge, because that's what a lot of them are set at. That gets us set. Now let's move on to some cleaning. And before I end, I'm going to show y'all a little something later on that I've been using for a long time, and I thought a lot of people did it, but come find out I'm learning they don't. This is a torch tip cleaner. It's got a lot of different little size needles here. It comes in handy. You can actually file out inside of a jet and get it to open up just a little bit for you with that. I like that when I have to do that. little tiny drill bits. If I can get a hold to it. I ain't get them all out, but just a little tiny drill bit sometimes will help you open that up. You get one that's surging, just can't seem to quite get it cleaned up. I ain't talking about drilling it out. I'm talking about cleaning it out. So a little old drill bit helps you out. Y'all know what that is? No, it ain't. I know you said it was a little air gun. Well, to the untrained eye, that's an air gun. To me, those little Briggs extractors and those tush-mush engines that's got the little rubber seat for the needle, this right here is a seat removal tool. I put this on the fuel inlet side of it, pull that trigger a little bit, and poof, that seat is gone. Inside that carburetor. It's not my problem anymore. Willie can sweep it up off the floor sometime. That works great for that. If not, you're digging it out with your pick. I don't have the fancy little seat removal tool. Tecumseh makes one for removing it and installing it. This is my seat installation tool. Fits perfect. It's a punch. It's been used as a punch. As you can see, it's a bit crooked. But that diameter right there is the absolute perfect size for pressing those little rubber seats in. If you don't have one the right size, get your drill bit index. Find one that fits. It'll push it down in there and it'll be straight and it'll be flush. Got to have a little brush. Got to be scrubbing, loosen some of that stuff up on there. Have you a little brush. I like to have a little steel wool, but I'm out. But a little steel wool, work on those carburetor bowls a little bit. Works great. Now, y'all know what that is. That's a little combination wrench, a spanner wrench, if you may. 15/64 on one side and a 1/4 inch on the other. This, by far, is the most used carburetor cleaning tool I own. And I have never one time put this wrench on anything. This wrench is holding a piece of guitar string. This brand of guitar string has been in my toolbox for almost 15 years. If I break it, I get another piece. I can't remember breaking it. I could have lost it a time or two. That's why it's on the little wrench. But that little piece of guitar string right there has cleaned many a carburetor. And I hope it cleans a lot more of them. There's different sizes. You guitar pickers know. That little bitty one in there, ooh, that one right there will get in them little bitty tiny holes. They're stiff. They don't bend hard on you. Once you clean it off, cut the length you want, just put it on your grinder and knock the edge off of it. That right there is the #1 cleaning carburetor tool I own, by far. Now, I think that about wraps up what I got spread out here on my little table, other than one last item. And I'm gonna need your help with it. That right there. Do you know what it is? Me neither. I have had this tool. I assume it's a tool. It was in a toolbox I bought over 20 years ago. I throwed away what I didn't want. I didn't know what this was, and I've been hanging on to it ever since. So if you know what in the world that is, help old boy out. Drop a comment down there, because I've spent many hours doing this right here. Hey, I appreciate you watching this. I hope it helped you out. All these tools ain't required to clean your carburetor, but they may be required to clean somebody else's. If you got anything out of this video, how about one of them thumbs up? Y'all know one of them subscribes ain't gonna hurt you now. Meantime, I'm gonna go play with whatever this is.